cell in you has got its job to do in the human body symphony. Together they join in to play their parts in perfect harmony. They play in perfect harmony in the wondrous human body symphony. The heart pumps the blood with perfection, creating a strong rhythm section. Piping the air in and out is what respiration's about. Your stomach, intestines, and liver. The digestive system, you see, gives the orchestra its energy. The muscular tone, supported by bones, gives structure and flow wherever you go. And need I explain your fabulous brain? The parts large and small conducts one and all.
Okay, it's all about eating right. You are what you are, children. So I'm going to present your PPT about digestive system. So let's see what is digestive system, children. Your digestive system is made up of gastrointestinal GI tract and your liver, pancreas, and gallbladders. The GI tract is a series of hollow organs that are connected to each other from your mouth to your anus. The organs that make your GI tract in the order that they are connected, including your mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and anus. So, what does the digestive system do? Your digestive system is uniquely constructed to do its job of turning your food into the nutrients and energy you need to survive. Yes. So, what are the organs includes in your digestive system? Let's see. So, starting with your mouth, children. Starting with your mouth, the mouth is the beginning of the digestive tract. In fact, digestion starts before you even take a bite, children. So, this is interesting. Your salivary glands get active as you see and smell any food. So that's the first thing, children. It starts with your smell, and if you watch any food, your body nerves start gets active seeing that food. And after you start eating, you chew your food into pieces that are more easily digested. Your saliva mixes with the food to begin to break it down into a form of your body can absorb and use. So after mouth, next is esophagus, children, located in your throat near your windpipe. The esophagus receives food from your mouth when you swallow. A series of muscular contraction within the esophagus called peristalsis delivers food to your stomach. So you can see in the image, children, you can see in the picture, this is esophagus. Yes. So after esophagus, now moving on to the next one is stomach. The stomach is a hollow organ or container that holds food while it is being mixed with stomach enzymes. These enzymes continue the process of breaking down food into a usable form. Cells in the lining of your stomach secrete a long acid and powerful enzymes that are responsible for your breakdown process. So this is the process of stomach. After stomach, next comes small intestine. The small intestine is a 22-foot long muscular tube that breaks down food using enzymes released by the pancreas and bile from the liver. Peristalsis also work in this organ, moving food through and mixing it with digestive juices from the pancreas and liver. After small intestine, the next one is liver. The liver has many functions, but its main job within the digestive system is to process the nutrients absorbed from the small intestine. Bile from the liver secreted into the small intestine also plays an important role in digesting fat and some vitamins. So this is an important thing, children. So next comes after liver, gallbladder. The gallbladder stores and concentrates bile from the liver, and then releases it into the duodenum in the small intestine to help absorb and digest fats. So after gallbladder, next comes colon, large intestine. So you can see in the image, children, large intestine. So the large intestine or colon is responsible for processing waste so that emptying the bowels is easy and convenient. It's a 6 foot long muscular tube that connects the small intestine to the rectum. So after large intestine, next you can see here is the rectum, children. Here is rectum, anus. So the rectum is the last part of the large intestine, children. It is a large part of the digestive system. The feces is stored here for some time before it is thrown out of your body through the anus. So now, children, let's see how exactly it works out.
Gastrointestinal tract, a twisting channel that transports your food and has an internal surface area of between 30 and 40 square meters, enough to cover half a badminton court. Second, there's the pancreas, gallbladder, and liver, a trio of organs that break down food using an array of special juices. Third, the body's enzymes, hormones, nerves, and blood all work together to break down food, modulate the digestive process, and deliver its final products. Finally, there's the mesentery, a large stretch of tissue that supports and positions all your digestive organs in the abdomen, enabling them to do their jobs. The digestive process begins before food even hits your tongue. Anticipating a tasty morsel, glands in your mouth start to pump out saliva. We produce about 1.5 liters of this liquid each day. Once inside your mouth, chewing combines with the sloshing saliva to turn food into a moist lump called the bolus. Enzymes present in the saliva break down any starch. Then your food finds itself at the rim of a 25 centimeter long tube called the esophagus, down which it must plunge to reach the stomach. Nerves in the surrounding esophageal tissue sense the bolus's presence and trigger peristalsis, a series of defined muscular contractions. That propels the food into the stomach, where it's left at the mercy of the muscular stomach walls, which pound the bolus, breaking it into chunks. Hormones secreted by cells in the lining trigger the release of acids and enzyme-rich juices from the stomach wall that start to dissolve the food and break down its proteins. These hormones also alert the pancreas, liver, and gallbladder to produce digestive juices and transfer bile, a yellowish-green liquid that digests fat, in preparation for the next stage. After 3 hours inside the stomach, the once shapely bolus is now a frothy liquid called chyme, and it's ready to move into the small intestine. The liver sends bile to the gallbladder, which secretes it into the first portion of the small intestine, called the duodenum. Here, it dissolves the fats floating in the slurry of chyme so they can be easily digested by the pancreatic and intestinal juices that have leached onto the scene. These enzyme-rich juices break the fat molecules down into fatty acids and glycerol for easier absorption into the body. The enzymes also carry out the final deconstruction of proteins into amino acids and carbohydrates into glucose. This happens in the small intestine's lower regions, the jejunum and ileum, which are coated in millions of tiny projections called villi. These create a huge surface area to maximize molecule absorption and transference into the bloodstream. The blood takes them on the final leg of their journey to feed the body's organs and tissues. But it's not over quite yet. Leftover fiber, water, and dead cells sloughed off during digestion make it into the large intestine, also known as the colon. The body drains out most of the remaining fluid through the intestinal wall. What's left is a soft mass called stool. The colon squeezes this byproduct.
Okay, children, so that was the process of digestive system, children. So you have seen in the video, children, the food is going from one place to other place, one place to other place, one place to other place. It's a very big process, children. Yes, let's get some tips to keep your digestive system healthy, children. So the first and the most important thing, Drinking water often, children. Water helps the food you eat flow more easily through your digestive system. Low amounts of water in your body, dehydration, is a common cause of constipation, children. So the first and most important one is water. Drinking water often is very important. And now the next one, children, this is something related to me. So exercise. As you all know that every day you come to games class and you enjoy a lot and we play many games. So here is something related to that. Physical activity and gravity helps move food through your digestive system. Taking a walk, for example, after you eat a meal, can help your body digest the food more easily. Yes. So this is the next one, children, for keeping your digestive system healthy. And the last one, children, this is also very important. Eating mindfully and chew your food. So children, whenever you are eating food, eating slowly gives your body time to digest your food properly. It also allows your body to send you cues that it is full. It is important to chew your food thoroughly because it helps you to ensure your body has enough saliva split for digestion. Chewing your food fully also makes it easier for your digestive system to absorb the nutrients in in the body, children. So I request all my children to follow these tips from now every day.